This week has been all about menus, mistakes, and muscles. This week I have asked for substitutes on menus because mushrooms are the devil's food. Argue amongst yourselves. I failed by leaving my silk pillowcases on a cruise ship. I have also had the most beautiful time on a cruise ship. However, after feeling like everything's gone right, I made one wrong move and have managed to sprain my neck or like pull a muscle on my neck. I've literally spent the last however many hours regretting all my life choices. I'm in so much pain. And I guess the other thing is all about recognizing that sometimes you have to leave the baton for others to pick up and recognize that people will support you in your absence. So, yeah, that's been the kind of week that I've been having in the last 7 days. I'm Ramat Tijani. This is the weekly unfold where I share my asks, my lessons, and my gratitudes that shape my world one week at a time. Let's get into it. When it comes to menus, even if it's a fixed menu, I will, if I see mushroom on a menu, or pork, because I don't eat pork, I will ask for a substitute. Now, for people that go out to eat with me, they find this very annoying, but we have to learn to exercise our choice, people, and make the ask. If you don't ask, you won't get. And for the most part, it was okay. We were able to ask the chef, and he was able to swap out mushrooms for something else, or just remove mushrooms altogether. If the mushrooms were like in the mix already, draw me out. If it was in like a sauce, like for a steak, then it's all good. We can kind of make that work. But if I can see that fungus, not involved. And I asked, and I got. So yeah, here's to asking for what you, for your preferences when it comes to eating at restaurants. After spending a whole week on the cruise in absolute luxury because I brought my silk pillowcases with me so that my hair, my skin are living in luxury even when I'm not in my house. I've just got to, not just, but I've got to the hotel that we're staying in tonight and realised that I left the pillowcases. I left the pillowcases, so someone's going to have a delightful time if they wash those pillowcases and decide to keep them and use them. But boy, I'm very unimpressed with myself because silk pillowcases are the way forward. If you don't know, get to know. Yeah, yeah, I'm mad at myself, but we are where we are. Things can change in a second. I woke up this morning, turned my head, and it just seemed to be the wrong direction, and I pulled a muscle in my neck. So yeah, I'm realizing, or I'm being reminded just how fragile we are and how quickly things can shift. I also am realizing that I move my hands a lot and I move a lot and I can't move as much because I'm literally stuck. I can't turn my head that way without being in pain. Um, so yeah, it's not cool, but a second can change everything, and it was a sharp reminder today. Trust people to support you in your absence. I have a big virtual event coming up at work this following week, and as I mentioned, I've been on a cruise for the last week. And when I was signing off on Friday, there were a few changes that came up, and I was like, I can't do my work on the cruise, so I have to trust that it will all work out. And I think it will, and it has. I managed to make some of the changes that I needed to, and set everyone else for success in as much way as I could before I left. Um, and I've got a great teammate who is stepping in to support, and so I think it's just a good reminder that when we are taking a break, you are entitled to take a break, but also remember that you can trust others to support you, especially if you leave them with um, the right things to help with that support. You know, like I did handover documents, or like documents, and I set up notes for the speakers so they all know what they need to do before I get back. The team, the system we use to do emails is all set up, you know, so everything is ready to go for my colleague to step in and to kind of take over whilst I'm away. And then I get back to things tomorrow. So yeah, all good. Remember that people are there to support. Even though if you may feel even though you may feel nervous about it, because I'm not gonna lie. The way things are going, I'm like feeling super nervous about it, but I think it's going to be all right. The cruise, going on a cruise around Greek islands, stopping in um, Turkey as well. It was just delightful. It was with some familiar faces, met some new people, and yeah, I'm just really grateful and thankful for the team that set it up, the girls, they were amazing. But also just for saying yes, because I could have said no. And it's been a long time in the making. So, yeah, super, super grateful for the cruise, apart from the next situation, because, yeah, that was not how I planned to end the cruise. But other than that, definitely the cruise. Weirdly, being unplugged, when we were on the cruise, the network was really patchy and the Wi-Fi was quite patchy, so I wasn't always online, and I had to just be okay with it. Um, some emails came through when we came back to port, and I was like, oh, okay, well that happened and it sorted itself out. So yeah, weirdly, I think being offline was a bit of a gift, and I'm feeling super grateful for that. Finally pressing record on the Growing Through This Life podcast. I woke up one morning whilst on the cruise and was like, let's just record an episode. Let's just do it. Why not? Why not? So, yeah, I did that. So I don't know when I'll share it with the world, but I have done it, which is good, and it feels good taking a brave step and actually doing it after speaking about it for a little while now. So, yeah, I'm excited to see where that takes me. Here's to growing through this life. I guess looking into the week ahead, I'm just focusing on like how I can simplify a bit more. Being offline for the week and literally being offline, like not checking work emails, not, you know, really checking in at home and all the rest of it. Being unable to access has really forced me to be like, yeah, this is good. You need to do this more often. So as I kind of go back, I'm going to keep going with this simplification piece and what that looks like and how I can really step into it, because it helps bring a lot of clarity and you don't realize it until you do it and go through it. So yeah, here's to simplifying more and being clearer on like things for the future, and resting. I'm gonna have to I literally can't move as much as I'd want to, so I'm gonna have to do that with this neck thing. So yeah, wish me luck, peeps. All right, thank you as always for watching, and stay out of trouble unless it's good trouble, in which case go wild. Until next time, bye.